Hello, and in the video today I will be showing you how to renovate a room, including the plastering, the decorating and the installation of plumbing and electrics. To do that, we go to Create New Job, select Quote from Job Template, and then on the screen that appears next we can select Renovation. We give the job a name, whatever it may be. We use the price book the software has built in. We select a start date for the job, again whenever that may be. We select the relevant specification and I go with the renovation spec. We then can confirm obviously the profit markup they would like to make, inflation, and then once we're happy there, we click on Create Job. Now we'll have to wait 10 to 15 seconds here as the software brings together the calculators it thinks that we may need for the job at hand, and it will allow us to select the relevant items from the list that it gives us. So we wait a moment or two longer, and here we go. Up it pops on screen. In this particular instance, I should say, we'll do a room renovation. And of course you can do any shape of room. For the video today I'm just going to go with a rectangular room, but of course you can do any shape of room. It can be a rectangular room, an L-shaped room, indeed any shaped room with a flat ceiling. And obviously the same applies to a room with a vaulted ceiling too. I'm going to select the rectangular room, and then I'm going to select the room description, whereabouts it is in the property. I'm going to go with the lounge here for simplicity's sake. Again, we allow the software to have a quick think based on the information we just keyed into the software. And from here we can then actually select what we're looking to do for the job at hand. Now it already knows we're looking to an internal renovation, so that is a given. But what it also does is it allows us to select any other items that may apply to the job. So should we now need room plumbing, I can tell software, yes, I need room plumbing and I need it for a lounge. I'm going to say it's copper pipes in the ceiling there, and the same for electrics. Again, I'm going to say it's in the lounge. Of course, from this list I can select any other renovation works that I may need on any particular job. So you can of course select internal renovation as well. I hit select, like so. And now the software will allow me to begin the estimating process. With the information here at hand, we can then confirm the length of the room, so whatever it may be, perhaps 8 meters long, not 8,000 meters long, that'd be a rather big room. And obviously the width of the room as it may be, so perhaps 4.5 meters, and the height of the walls I'm allowing to be 2.4. Now we can scroll down a little here and then take a look at all the estimating calculators that are available. Now what the software has done for us, it has selected all the typical items required for a gas and electrical installation. We can of course adjust those if we see fit, but it has gone with the typical items that are used. So really, unless you want to absolutely cross the T's and dot the I's to the nth degree, the software's pretty much got that covered for you regardless. You can of course go to the resource wizard here and adjust any of the materials that are being used, but I'll show you that in a little bit. So it's allowed for the plumbing, and indeed it's allowed for the electrics there as well. And of course, if you'd like to add anything in, just go to add worksheet and then select from the list a particular electric item that you would like to add in to the job at hand. And of course the same applies to plumbing, which I should have perhaps pointed out earlier on as well. So anything you need to adjust, you simply need to click on add worksheet, and you can add the further details in as you require. In terms of doing an internal renovation for the job at hand, we can simply go to add worksheet and then select what in terms of what we're looking to do. I'm going to tell the software I'm going to hack all the walls, replaster and decorate. I'll hit select, and that pops the dimension wizard here. Now it's remembered the information from earlier on, so it's confirmed mostly the height of the wall and indeed the length of all the walls added together. I will click on the Tech Tips option here, and what that will do is if I click through any of the boxes, in the top right corner it tells us what that box requires in terms of information. So following the screen from left to right, obviously we confirm the height of the wall, any other areas of wall that we may like to obviously plaster and decorate, the length of the wall, and if we're looking to strip paper from the walls, if we're looking to hack plaster from the walls, and if so, the thickness of the plaster we're hacking from the walls, and the amount that it bulks up to go into the skip. We can then tell software whether to replaster and skin the walls, and if it's to be insulated or not. And of course, are we going to seal the walls prior to plastering, or is it only going to be a skin? You can then next go to decoration to walls, etc. And once again, I can confirm are the walls to be decorated, are they to be papered, if there's going to be a border, and if so, the length of it. Are we looking to prime and decorate the skirtings? Are we going to do the architraves and doors? Are they going to be primed and painted? And the internal doors, should the thresholds doors be primed and decorated? And internal doors, should they be primed and decorated? The windows, should they be primed and decorated, and so on and so forth. So it's simply yes, no answers. We can go back to wall details here, go to next. Now in this particular instance we're looking to plaster and decorate. We're not renovating any doors or windows. That's for another demonstration, another video. But of course we can do the same for windows if required, and external doors, and of course the ceiling details, the width of the ceiling and the length of the ceiling. Now remember, it's got this information from the information that we keyed in at the beginning. This is why it knows the dimensions already. This is why I don't need to key them in again. But finally, for the decoration of the ceiling, after having confirmed the information for the walls, we can say, is there ceiling paper? Are we to remove the ceiling? And the amount, the thickness of the plaster from the ceiling bulks up by for the skip. Are we going to seal the ceiling prior to plastering? Are we going to apply a skim to the ceiling? Are we going to apply a plasterboard and skin the ceiling? Are the ceilings to be decorated? Are they to be papered? And if they're to be insulated? Once we're happy, we can hit finish. And now we have costed for the plastering and the decoration and the plumbing and electrics of the job at hand here. Click OK, like so, and now that has all been costed, and you can see that in the right corner. That's been done for us. Now if we would like to adjust any of the materials or labour, or plant of subcontract or sundry items, all we need to do on each of the workbooks that we'd like to adjust, simply go to this resource wizard option here, like so, and click on the heading that we would like to adjust. It's simply that straightforward. So decoration to the wall or plaster, click on the heading there, I then go to the paint that's being used, perhaps the Dulux smooth masonry paint or whatever it may be, and then I click on OK, and that has now been adjusted into the job at hand, so that will be used for the relevant decoration of the walls. And it is literally that straightforward, that simple in terms of how to adjust materials, and of course the same applies to labouring. You simply go to the headings here, go to labour, plant subcontract and sundry, click on the heading that you would like to adjust, go to the resource used, and then select the relevant item required at hand. If I click on this calculator incidentally, it adjusts the usage factor, and it's telling me it takes 1 hour to do 8.2 meters of painting of the walls. If you think your chap can, or your chapess can do faster than that, simply go to do and key in the area that you believe they can do on average for the decoration there. Once you're happy, click on OK, and that has then been costed into the job, that's been added into the job, and that will adjust the overall cost at the end. And of course we can continue to hit next here and confirm any information that is required, anything you need to adjust for the materials, the labour and the plant. Once we're happy, we hit finish, that's been costed into the job, and of course the same applies to any of the plumbing or indeed electrics. Simply go to the heading we'd like to adjust, go to the resource wizard, and it pops the dimension wizard, the resources wizard I should say. It gives you a graphical option in terms of what the software is asking you in terms of the material used or the labour used or the plant used, and adjusting it accordingly. Select the relevant item, and then when you're happy with the adjustment, click it through, click OK, and that's been adjusted into the job. And that applies to any of the materials, any of the labour, any of the plant, and so on and so forth. Hit next, you can adjust any of the valves, and that is how we adjust the plumbing materials that are being used, and of course the labour as well. Of course the same applies to any electrical items there as well. Essentially that is how you use EstimatorXpress to cost for your room renovation, electrics and plumbing. Thanks for watching.